In this video, we will focus on creating animations of epithelial cells. So, first, we will start by building the epithelial cell itself. There are many ways to approach modeling, but one of the fastest and simplest methods that I often use is working with the volume builder. We begin by creating a cylinder, and with the help of the volume builder and volume mesher, we give it a smooth, organic shape. Then we create 9 identical splines. I combine the spline cloner with the smooth cylinder and then add it back into the volume builder and volume mesher. After that, we perform retopology using the Remesh tool, preparing the model for the upcoming simulation. We are not creating a cloth simulation, but rather a simulation of an organic cell, an organic surface. For this, the density and number of polygons should be kept relatively low. The next step is adding a vertex map, which we'll use in the soft body tag, so that the effect is applied only to the selected area. We slightly smooth the vertex map so that the animation affected by the simulation does not have harsh edges or transitions. Add the soft body tag and add the newly drawn vertex map to the mix animation parameter. Now we have to adjust several simulation parameters in the scene and soft body tag in order to achieve the corresponding result. We then add a wind force, which we'll use to animate the movement of the filaments located on the epithelial cells. After various trials and experiments with the simulation parameters, you can achieve the result you see on the screen. Once that's done, we clone everything and fine-tune the soft body tag settings once again. Move the soft body tag from the object to the cloner so that it applies to all objects. We will slightly vary the placement and position of each epithelial cell to make the scene look more natural and engaging, using a random effector applied to the cloner. After that, we will slightly reduce the number of cloner objects to make it easier to work with and to clearly see the animation results of these epithelial cells together. Once again, we will need to adjust some of the force settings and soft body parameters. We add another spherical cell that will move along the surface of the epithelial layer and interact with the other cells. And again, add the soft body with appropriate parameters. If you're a beginner, I recommend that you choose different parameters and experiment, as this is how you can achieve cool results. You can also make this cell soft, but still dense by adjusting its own soft body settings. Play with the influence parameter in the Mix Animation tab of the Soft Body tag, so that forces like wind or turbulence partially influence the spherical cell. The next and final step is adding several types of particles with specific parameters, as well as multiple forces and conditions to make the animation and behavior of the particles more dynamic and interesting. If you have little experience working with particles in Cinema 4D, I recommend experimenting with different parameters to better understand how they work and what they affect. This way, you might discover the most interesting or visually appealing variation for your project. The reproducer emitter will emit particles from the mesh emitter. You can add more or less particles, and you can add the lifespan expectation parameter for 20 frames of major particles, so that there isn't an infinite generation of minor particles like I did. Or disable this parameter, and then the whole space will be filled with particles. I also added a condition that makes the wind affect each particle only after 30 frames from the moment it appears. Once you are satisfied with the result, cache the scene to make it easier to work with, and proceed to the final step: visualization and rendering of the scene.